All right, so next, this is on the sub-select tool, which is right here. It's underneath the pointer. It's probably the second most important tool that we'll use in the design lab, sub-select, besides the pen tool. Sub-select's super important. So sub-select does a couple of things. When I talked about it earlier, um, when when it's on a shape, you can like change that shape, and we talked about that with those. When you use it on something that you've drawn with the pen tool, it's a little different, and then I'll actually show a sort of advanced move as well. So in the world of design, these are called vectors. So or paths, vector lines or paths. And so on these vector lines are what are called nodes. And so if I select these lines with the sub-select, the nodes that which I originally clicked and made the line, I don't know why that one's, oh, there we go. It sort of shows those clicks, okay? And so what you can do with the sub-select is I can actually move those nodes. I can grab them and put them in different places. Um, for a, I can select this node. These are called control bars. I can change the design of this curve. On a shape, I can move the parts of the line to different places. Can also use the sub-select line. You can notice a couple of things. When I put this on a line between two nodes, it allows me to curve the line. I can also add nodes to a line and curve those out as well. And then you'll see, like, if I select this, I'm just sort of dragging a box around this node right here. I can use the sub-select to kind of even change that curve there. And there's a whole bunch of other tools over here that talk about how the node, the joints and the nodes and all those things work. I'll let you sort of figure those out. Um, Here, when I grab the sub-select on this shape, I've actually converted this one to a path, which I didn't mean to do. I must have done it by mistake. This ellipse, so actually I'll do it on this one so you can see. If I select this with the sub-select, you can see it's still that sort of, I can change those things. I can't do anything else. What I can do though is I can convert this to a path. So now instead of being this lozenge shape, which it will be, I'm going to convert it to a path. Now when I select it, I can sort of grab it and do different things with it. Same thing with the ellipse. Now that I've converted this to a path, you can do all different sorts of things with an ellipse now that it's converted to a path and make whole new different shapes out of it. I'm just going to go back there. Bringing it onto this line just to show again. So I can move these nodes. I can curve all these lines so like, you can do something like this and, use this for something. Then I'll just show you this one. So say you don't want a curve there anymore, just show how these buttons kind of work. They kind of show you. So this tells you, oh, I don't want it to be a curve anymore. I want it to be straight. So now that turns it back into a straight line. And then you can do different things. So this sub-select tool is like super useful. It's a good tool to kind of explore and see what it can do. But that idea of just being able to kind of add points, take away points. I can also select a point and hit delete on the keyboard and get rid of it, or multiple points. I can drag around all of these, hit delete, and there's my straight line again. There's a curve, so forth. So that's the sub-select. Super important tool to be aware of and know how to use.